What's up, guys? Matthew getting ready to watch Season 5, Episode 9 of The Sopranos. Last episode was a very good one, if I do say so myself. We got Hugo, the man. A lot of focus on Blundetto and parallels between prison and Carmela in her relationship. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Obviously, you guys know how much I love Carmela. You guys know how much I love Tony. And then, obviously, who cannot like Blundetto? Who cannot like Blundetto just because of the actor, dude? Like, it's... Oh, my God, man. I love him. I'm ready to hop into the episode. You guys know me. Yapper throughout, so... Don't worry about not hearing me speak now. If you guys like the video, please drop a like, leave a comment. It really helps me out. I have got the flying through actions up on Patreon. I'm already a very far amount of episodes ahead. If you check the YouTube comments, it will say the exact episode that I am currently on. And the final thing, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It really does help me out. And again, I would really appreciate it. Let's get into episode 9. Very interesting title to the episode. The catchphrase of The Sopranos, if you will.
Want another super nacho?
Oh, they've been sitting too long. It changes.
What kind of hillbilly stuff we got going on down here?
You do to your foot.
The other night, fucking Irvington, two black guys jumped me outside a bar.
Oh my God, how could they?
Casa Carmela is looking at maximum security summer.
Why don't you cut your mother a break, huh? For the record, she's the one holding this family together during this current situation and all.
Wow.
The young man took care of it.
She felt guilty. Hey! My man, but that is a death sentence. that might get him killed by Tony. You don't do that. You don't upstage the father.
I figured since you're always so, generous, I should reciprocate.
You're lucky you don't get your head handed to you.
Dad.
Let's get something straight. You eat, I pay.
Mr. Soprano.
Jesus.
Your family, you pay.
Like, he can't ever have just more than 1 minute. He just can't be good for more than 1 minute. I fucking hate that stupid mindset. I hate that stupid mindset. Oh, protect the family, protect the family. I'm the one who takes care of his family. Obviously, I know he's fucking a piece of shit, and he's trying to overestimate himself.
No, it's fine. I didn't mean to overstep. I just wanted to say thank you.
You're a good guy. I respect you trying.
It was nice. He was very sweet, actually.
So, you think what happened at the party is an overture Tony wants to get back together?
I don't know. Maybe. He's dropping AJ off later. This is the last thing I need to get into right now.
Oh, please.
These
he never
repeated
had
therapy
so
scenes
good.
for Carmela.
Oh, that's him.
You two should talk.
The problem is, they're not therapists. Anytime she talks to one of her friends, so they kind of push her in the wrong direction. Play the long con, Tony. You're back in. Play the cards right.
Father in a rush now or something?
No, said he was tired. To give you this and a kiss on the cheek.
Where's it at, motherfucker?
No love golf. Where's Joey Peeps? May he rest in peace.
Yeah, it's sad when they go young like that.
When they go? Come on, huh? Where's little Carmine?
Zach, what are you, fucking stupid, Tony?
Anything from your cop?
Some homeless fuck saw a guy limping away. Then he wasn't sure.
Oh. Oh. Well, Tony knows. Having a panic attack? Oh no. Catch him, Zach. He's about to whiff this shit.
I'll tell you, I don't know how I'm gonna get through Joey's funeral. And forget about Ginny.
Zach, catch him.
Every Christmas, Joey
Catch him,
sends her
Zach!
Grandma's a Maine coffee cake. Whoa, what's wrong? You all right? What's wrong? Is it his heart? No. It's this
Hot
fucking
out.
weather, sudden changes. Fucks up your respiratory system. Come on. Whoa. I got you.
Get some electrolytes in him.
I'm gonna lose some weight. Obviously, we know why he's doing this, but I mean, we're getting down to the health issues.
The point I'm trying to illustrate is that, of course, no one wants all-out conflict.
Yep, just the patented Sopranos petty warfare.
As far as I'm concerned, it's a new day. All old treaties.
Why do they keep filming these guys like these? They're filming these motherfuckers so villainous.
I won't let what happened to my father happen to me.
God forgive me. But you may be a stronger man than your dad was.
The fundamental question is, will I be as effective as a boss like my dad was? And I will be. Even more so, but until I am, it's going to be hard to verify that I think I'll be more effective.
Just talked to my parents. They offered me a JetBlue ticket home, no economic relief.
What'd the lady at student placement say?
Yeah, I never went down there.
Man,
Why didn't you?
this many Meadows scenes in one episode? Is the world ending?
Don't open the window, the garbage reeks.
Why do we want to be in New York anyway?
To prove my family wrong.
To go out to Jersey, sleep in comfort.
Is that what you want?
No. All I know is I cannot go home and live with my parents.
All that I know is I can't go home live with my parents.
I mean, maybe I should go back out. I can work as a PA for Josh's dad. At least I'd earn some cash. You could come out for a week.
Wait. What?
He's a photographer, I told you. He does major magazine ads, BMW. It's pretty cool stuff.
Is that what you want?
No.
Jesus, guys. Be honest with each other.
Your thing with models.
There's no models.
What?
It's interesting work. As a career, actually. I mean, Josh's dad saw my
Oh,
shots
Jesus.
and won the prize in high school.
What?
Said they were solidly unsentimental.
What are you talking about? Just blow off dental school? You haven't taken one photo.
You act like you haven't had an identity crisis 23 times in the show.
And I asked you to take a snap of me and my friends.
Look, I'm just saying.
I gave up junior year abroad so we could be together.
I know.
Why are you giving up shit for men?
But I have to blow off the law center.
Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. Do you want me to come out?
If you want to.
No, you.
Oh my god, guys. We got two fucking pushovers dating each other here.
It's 10:30. We can still get into a movie. What do you want to see?
Hold up. No offense to... I don't even want to call you guys old. Did you have to look in papers to see what movies were airing? I feel so sorry. I didn't even... That's one of the things, like, so simple in life. Like, you don't think about how it happened before you could just pull up your fucking phone.
My husband hired you?
No, but based on a prior meeting, the Code of Professional Responsibility precludes me from...
Do they have all this shit, like, written down? Like, every single relationship they've ever talked about?
And he was willing to represent me.
Well, Mr. Greenberg would have found himself in a bit of ethical soup had he actually moved forward.
See, I don't understand this. Why is my husband so picky? He talked to 7 or 8 of the top divorce attorneys in New Jersey.
He blocked you out, Carmilla.
I understand your frustration. If you like, I can...
Tony's looming outside again.
...when your husband hasn't contaminated.
Well, yeah, okay.
Contaminated is crazy.
Who in a Johnny sack? Kid's brains are splattered all over the seat.
Joe Peeps? Could have been too much to clean up.
He was what got it in the chest. Must have been silicone everywhere, too.
Why you always try and top me? You took the air.
I fucking hate Paulie so much, but I love him too.
Jason, get into it.
I'll call the marble guy.
The marble guy. What do you got, a guy for everyone?
Talk to you outside?
Confronting him? Knowing Tony, I thought he would have just sat on this information until he needed to deal with it, but...
Turns out somebody got a look at the guy that did Joe Peeps. All they got so far is he's got a bad limp.
Huh. Long John Silver, maybe.
Where the fuck did you get... I am bending over backwards trying to stay neutral. Paying for fucking car seats. And you're out there acting like a fucking free agent.
He got a smug look on his face.
Don't look at me like I'm a fucking jerk-off. Because I'm sick of you leaning on this cousin thing and that bad hijack like you can do whatever the fuck it is you want to do. Because you went away that night, and I didn't.
You're the one who keeps bringing that up. I'm fine with it.
Is there one, like, actual, genuine, mature adult in this show?
Fucking lie to me.
Even if I was, would you really want to know? That'd just be another problem for you with Johnny, right?
I would never do that to you, Tone.
And look, I know you're not earning what you expected, and you got the twins and Nancy. You're a capable guy. Your mother let it slip one time. You got an IQ of 158.
She told you that?
It's the week you got tested. All the fucking nuns were
I was
raving
gonna say,
about
is that
it.
good?
A lot of good it did me.
I had high hopes when you got out.
Yeah?
A guy like you, brains, balls.
Well, you didn't do anything to stop?
With me, I could use all that.
Put me in, coach.
Uh-oh. Fucking Jordan Poole to the rescue.
All right, we got the casino on Bloomfield Avenue above the hardware store. Carlos guy was running it, but he just got diagnosed with the Hodgkins.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's mine? Really, Tony? Thank you! But has the damage already been done? And...
So I solved a major problem.
Wow! Oh! Has the damage already been done? Will Blendetto keep dipping his toe into the other side?
You know, when we were kids, they used to call me Tony Uncle Johnny, and they'd call him Tony Uncle Al.
Right, yes. You told me all that.
Anyway, he's a very smart guy. He's got an IQ of 158.
Do you put a lot of stock into that number?
Yes.
Why, you gonna tell me it's bullshit?
Any simple thing that gets told to him, he
When he gets a 158, well,
except for when it's
they know a few things.
reliant to something that he's doing.
Carmela and I slept together.
What was that like?
It was nice. It's very...
I'm getting my claws back into her.
Poor thing was starved for it, honestly. Nah, I left before she woke up.
You're like a little whore, dude.
Because if she woke up and I was there, it would send mixed signals, you know?
I'm not sure that's the best.
Characterize the separation thus far as amicable?
It's barely civil. Yeah, there are moments when old habits kick in and feelings, but he is definitely not the person I want to spend the rest of my life.
Totally. I believe that. Will you actually separate?
Reported income?
Yes.
And this other income, is it from an illegal stream?
No, of course not. But he does deal in cash, my husband. The carting business.
I see.
Be careful here. Kind of scaring me.
I handled a case once where the husband owned vending machines. I used a forensic accountant to reconstruct his finances. In less than a week, he outlined 11 years of income.
I dropped off,
Oh, the one episode we get Meadow focused on is she's just gonna have to break up with the boy.
The most I ever did, though, is, like, help my dad paint.
He said you don't need experience.
We'll teach it.
Pays like $20 an hour.
Hey! That's good for nowadays.
Hey, Shaggy, grab a bucket and some Lysol. Scrub off my tires. There's fucking dog shit all over by the entrance.
I'm supposed to be picking up scrap.
You'll be picking up your teeth in another second.
Hey, Detrolio, you need something to do?
Get fucking lost.
Come on, guys.
I feel like I can.
Oh, before it sets in the treads.
Oh my god, man.
My check's coming yet.
Really cannot wait to see Paulie die. I want to repeat, I love Paulie. I want to see this man get shot in the fucking head though, and I want him to have an understanding that he's about to die. I want to see the life fucking drain out of his eyes. I love him.
Here he is.
I can't find any Lysol.
Don't worry about it. Why didn't you tell me you were dating my niece? Here. You take her someplace nice. Make sure you tell her it's from Uncle Paul.
Thank you. That's really nice.
Hey, give me that shit.
Come on, leave, dude.
Paulie! Come here.
Leave, dude. Get out while you can.
Oh, that's nice. Invite me to a public place so you can ambush me?
What an ambush. How could she? She's the devil.
Won't make a scene?
Spare me your outrage, Tony. Accept the fact that I am moving on with my life.
Moving on. That's what you were doing after the party last week?
I think you and I both know that didn't change anything.
Well, first of all, we're Italian. We don't believe in divorce.
I have an attorney who is going to aggressively pursue my custody of AJ and also an equitable distribution of our assets.
Our assets?
I am through trying to get you to provide beyond...
You want 50-50 or like what's going on here?
Money. That's all this is to you?
After all we've been through, is it so hard to own up to anything beyond that bullshit tax return?
Go stand over there.
If you don't leave this fucking premises already, I'll tell you what, I'm a sucker for scenes in which the awkward waiter comes over in the middle of an important conversation. Come on, assert your power.
The only reason you have anything is because of my fucking sweat. And you know every step of the way exactly how it works. But you walk around that fucking mansion in your $500 shoes and your diamond... like butter wouldn't melt in your mouth. And you don't want it to get ugly. Too late.
I want what I am entitled to.
You're entitled to shit. She's ready to order.
It's like a gunshot, but I don't know. Essentially threatening your soon-to-be ex-wife.
It's actually just Finn.
So, the Cubbies gave your boys a shellacking last night.
Still early.
What is this man fucking doing?
That guy from Aerosmith, Joe Perry. Your boss inside?
Yeah.
All right. I see he's around.
All right.
He seems like a nice guy.
Totally, man.
Yeah, they all are pretty much.
So you dating anybody now?
Bro! Why do I hate everyone in this show, man.
It's a lot of money for not much shirt.
Relax, I'll put it on my own card.
Yes, you're damn right you will.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'll ask your father. He stopped paying my credit card bills.
Daddy?
Wow.
What are you gonna do?
About what?
Life. I don't know.
What can I
Live
do?
it?
Haven't you ever thought beyond being dependent on some man?
So simple for you, isn't it?
It's simple for everybody who isn't expecting things to be handed to them. Even Finn got a job working construction.
Good for Finn, then.
There are options in life. Isn't that what you always told me?
You have options. I have a lawyer.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to get back with him? Like, what do you mean? Are you also just so dependent on his money and shit? He'll keep giving you shit.
Glad to see you not exerting yourself in this heat.
Boss, now he comes. As soon as the Jersey tomatoes are in season, you can't keep these New York guys away.
Fuck the tomatoes. I'll take the scuttle. You know my brother Billy?
Yeah, what do you say, Bill?
Billy, there you go.
Billy!
Sure.
What?
This case is a toner.
Bill, Phil, what the fuck's wrong with your parents?
You should talk. That skank I saw you with, this girl's fucking mustache, it must have been like kissing a fireman.
Well,
These
you
guys-
ought to know, sweetie.
This is so lame.
Nothing, what? We're just breaking balls.
Finn, what time's that game tonight?
8 o'clock, I think.
I'm gonna take a piss.
Uh-oh.
Favor, huh? Hold this.
I knew that was coming.
You're right. I'm sorry. I meant to hit you in the fucking mouth. Hey, yo.
Oh!
Okay.
All right, come on.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
It's your own phone. I'm busy.
You've been sick all day. Why don't you take the day off?
What about him? When he's civilian.
God damn, motherfucker looks like a villain now.
On and that way.
Oh, yeah. Those two guys.
Oh, yeah, I saw him too, man.
Eugene Pontecorvo? He's so sweet.
Sweet? He was like an animal.
Come on. Come on, dude. Just leave this fucking...
You gonna eat?
I'm not hungry. It's too hot anyway.
I told you I was making dinner tonight.
This man looks like a junkie. Look around, bud. This is how you want to continue with your life? With this monster sitting across... I'm joking.
These guys, they were laughing. It was fucking sick. I mean, is this what you grew up with?
What are you talking about?
Oh,
These
jeez.
people, your dad's friends.
I never saw one bit of violence growing up.
What about your dad's road rage? And didn't you tell me you had a boyfriend once who was killed, shot to death or something?
First of all, he was African Americans, if that makes you feel any better.
What? Meadow, you hypocrite! What are you talking about? Oh my god, baby Carmelo over here.
The Lord bless him and keep him. The Lord make his face to shine.
What's the percentage of funeral scenes that the show takes? You know what I mean? I feel like a good 10% of the show is just funerals.
You remember Mickey Farrell? Dock workers used to run Port Newark. Guess who we saw
He's
in
into
Upper
this,
West
man.
Side the other night? Your fucking cousin Tony.
So what does that mean?
The same night Joey bought it?
Would you flip your Maserati, hit your fucking head?
You two-faced fuck.
Oh, take it easy.
Oh.
You want to yell at somebody, the man you should be talking to is right over there.
Go talk to him, Zach.
The fucking gall on that man. His father must be spinning.
You want my advice? You go out there, you shake his hand, and you put this fucking shit to bed.
Shake his hand?
He's having a panic attack on his own.
That's the way it works, John. You know that.
That's the way it works. That's what we do. That's our business.
Sincerely mistaken if you think me or my cousin had anything to do with any of this shit.
He was spotted 3 blocks away.
By Mickey Farrell. You're gonna believe some drunken Irish fucking prick over me. Have a drink.
I don't want a fucking drink.
Have one anyway.
How's your daughter doing? Good.
What the fuck do you mean?
My cousin could not have been in the city that night because he was with me. We were looking for his daughter, John, because she fucking disappeared.
Tug on the heartstrings. Get the story to be believable.
To tell you the truth, after the other day, I really don't want to say the wrong thing.
You see? This kid's all right.
I should get back. Ramos will be on my ass.
Would you forget about Ramos, for Christ's sakes? I talked to him. How's it? We got the good donuts today.
Temptation. The fucking don't eat the apple. Hey, he's going straight into him. Hold up. You gonna get comfortable with the life? You buying in?
I'm exhausted. I hardly slept at all last night.
So take a nap. What are you worried about?
Oh my god, this is hard. This feels like fucking grooming.
Now he's talking about getting a maid, Tony B.
Really?
Guy gets out of
Jesus.
jail, suddenly I'm dog shit in Tony's eye.
Chrissy.
It's true. Ever since I cleaned up, no matter what he said.
Then how about you do something different with your life?
And this asshole went to his shrink.
Maybe he thinks you're working too hard. North Carolina plus all that other stuff.
I can multitask, Adrienne. I'm not a fucking retard. It's always some shit with him. Side deals, secret promises. He's always got an agenda.
Learn the game. How long you been in this game and you're still fucking stupid?
While we're at it, kindly remember what we said about interrupting to ask for things while I'm on.
Are you snitching on Blondetto? You breaking up with her publicly? What's going on?
Dale just told us he figured out the rest of his life.
You still thinking CIA?
Yeah, fight terror.
Nah, I'm gonna go to film school.
Hey!
I got a motor.
You don't have to work for like 3 hours. He has to sleep a little.
Yeah, what the fuck do you mean?
You gotta ride with Alex.
At this point, it doesn't even pay to go home. Maybe I'll just crash at work. Felicia told me where she keeps the key to the trailer.
Felicia told him. Uh-oh. Be careful driving.
All right, I'll see you tonight.
This man is going to get fucking... Is he gonna get shot and killed? You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Hugo last episode. Whenever they bring a smaller character to the front stage of an episode, I'm just so immediately scared that he's going to cheat, or that he's going to break up, or that he's that, more importantly, that he's gonna die. But I kind of want him to leave. For both, you know what I mean? I want him to leave because I don't want him to be involved in this world, and then I want him to leave because he's, looking at people's fucking asses and shit. For Meadow's sake. Hey, what's up, my man? Having some fun? Oh, Vito, don't kill this man. Vito, don't eat this man alive, please. Vito's gonna come in. I've come for your pickle. No!
Aran, sound like a racehorse pissing in there.
You want some? What do you mean? You dumbass fucking sat up. It's your fault.
What your last name is?
It's Detrolio.
Finn Detrolio, my arch nemesis. You enjoying yourself here?
It's all right.
Why the fuck would the guy you were glurping on not tell you to sit back down?
You know you can call me Vito.
Yeah, I know.
So say it. Let me hear you say, "What's up, Vito?"
What's up, Vito?
What's up, Vito?
Not much, Finn.
Please don't eat me.
Except I got a little surprise for you. 2 tickets to see your Padres take a beating from the Yanks tonight.
Why is this the most threatening the Vito's been in the entire fucking show?
Third baseline. Plus, it's bat night.
That's really nice, Vito, but I don't know if I can...
Don't pull that all shuck shit with me. You're fucking going.
Why would you sit up? If you're glarbling on someone, why would you sit up?
So you're just not gonna show up? You love baseball. What is wrong with you?
I don't like the guy.
Did you explain the situation? Explain the situation.
He came on to me, all right? Either that or he wants to kill me.
What?
I saw him blowing some security guard in the parking lot.
When? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Early, I didn't want to say anything, but
he's gay. What do you mean?
Vito Spatafori is a married man, Finn. I seriously doubt he wants to kill you.
well, maybe he wants to fuck me and then kill me.
Wait a minute, is that why you got out the suitcase?
He's leaving.
I am not going back to the site.
Do you have any idea the strings my father pulled to get you that job and you just fucking quit? I'm gonna hear so much bullshit.
Fuck, man, what do you mean?
All you can say whenever it's anything to do with my feelings. So you're going back to Michigan?
It's one of those things, like, you guys know that I love Meadow, but
Just admit it. This whole thing, the fight, the stuff...
feels like she's always on the wrong side of the argument.
I'm right here. We fucking live together.
But you got out a suitcase.
It's my process, okay? Look, you never can tell.
Your process?
About anything, the future. I was thinking out loud. Well, not out loud, but getting out the suitcase, I was thinking.
Thinking of leaving.
No. Well, yes.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
I didn't go.
Fuck you.
Right, great. Fuck me. There was no abundant intentionality in me getting out the suitcase.
I could leave too, you know. My friend Hunter's in Montreal.
Do I know? With the French roommate guy who was all over your ass the time that we visited, you don't think you keep mentioning him every 24 hours at a minimum?
Oh my god.
He's thinking of becoming an oral surgeon. And you might have had a new friend if you hadn't been so obnoxious to him at the club.
I love Meadow.
You got out a suitcase.
I'll put it back.
Oh, I gotta wait till it ends. I love Meadow. And I feel so bad that she was born into this situation, you know what I mean? But when you look at it from an outside perspective, and I am looking at it as an outside perspective, you know what I mean? I don't want him to be in this scenario. I don't want him to be sucked into this. I don't want him to be near this life. I don't want Meadow to be in the life, but she's in the life. She was born into the life. There's no escape from the life. Again, that's where we maybe get into some
But suddenly you're talking about
hypocriticalness with Meadow, because there is a way out of the life. But she's Carmela-ing. She's benefiting off the negative shit.
Forced on us by external events. School is over for me, and next year for you. These are difficult choices. What? You'd rather not have choices? Thank God for choices.
What are you talking about?
Really simple. Are we going to stay together or not?
If you want.
That's not what I asked.
I said I did.
And then you said, how are we going to keep it together through 4 years of dental school for you and probably med school for me?
Well, it's a good question.
That sounds like a way out. Buddy?
Are you asleep?
Buddy?
No.
You were! And now you're gonna lie like you did about the suitcase!
I did not lie about the suitcase.
How did this man fall asleep?
I don't know. I explained it. Jesus, you should quit the law center. You're like a prosecutor at 4 in the morning. I can't think.
How can you sleep when we're in the middle of this?
In the middle of what?
She's
All
such a
I
good
said was
actor,
I didn't
but
want to go back to the job site, and maybe I should go home until this thing with Vito blows over.
But you didn't
Blows.
ask me to come. You went right to the closet and got out your suitcase.
Jesus Christ.
I have so much to talk about at the end of the episode because I don't know. This is such. Whenever Meta was involved, it's such. I have such like a complex emotional reaction. Like I don't know how to. It's very akin to Carmela, to where, like, I want to root for her. I want to always be on her side, and then they just do some shit that I'm like, really, dude? This man Vito is. I'm just expecting him to pop up to teleport behind him. Is your emotional, manipulative crying done? Not that she doesn't actually feel anything. Does feel a little manipulative, though.
Let's get engaged.
Can't hurt this man if he's in the family.
Why are you saying that?
Really?
I can't think. It's too late. It's just something I feel very strongly.
What kind of snag?
Well, I put a call into Phil Cantor a few days ago, the forensic accountant.
The one with the vending machines.
But then I didn't hear back from him. Suddenly he called and said he wasn't interested. So I called another accountant.
Yep.
Frankly, when he heard your husband was the defendant, he demurred as well.
So, what does this mean? You don't want the case?
Well, as my partners reminded me, I do have a full caseload already. I probably should have mentioned.
Yep, see you later. It's one of, like, again, I'll repeat. No, I can't talk. Jesus, there's so many good scenes. I have to fucking save this shit for the end. Goddamn. I gotta whip out a second goddamn notebook so I can write my conversations down at the end.
I had another panic attack. And I thought I had this shit beat.
You don't beat it. It's with you. You control it.
It's not the first time it's happened recently.
I wish you had told me.
Yeah, well, I wish you'd cured it.
He's so fucking blockheaded.
When the attacks first reappeared, what was going on in your life?
You had just rebuffed my affections.
When you actually passed out, were you thinking about me,
I
or...?
walked into my house and the cleaning girl was crying on the phone about her cousin who went off the road at a Mexican bus wreck or something.
A Mexican bus wreck.
Next thing I know, boom.
When did it next happen?
My cousin Tony was up at the house. He went to borrow some tools, and they weren't there. I was inside talking to Carmela and started to feel that, that it passed.
Your cousin was at your house.
Bum, bum, bum.
The other day at the golf course, my cousin entered into that too.
Oh! Huzzah!
You were so concerned about your cousin's foot, you collapsed on the golf course.
I worry about him.
He's a grown man.
Help him
isn't
get
he?
out! Stop feeding into his
Danger of losing the foot?
worst feelings.
It's not his foot. Forget the foot. I worry about him. He's right out of fucking jail, okay?
Don't allow him back in. But I mean, at the same time, if you don't let him in, he's just gonna do shit on the other side, so.
He got pinched hijacking a truckload of Betamaxes in '86. And they hooked him up with a RICO and he got 17 years. And I was supposed to be there the night of the jacking.
I see.
Oh, you see.
Well, what do you see?
Jumped by a bunch of Molignans. They were trying to take my shoes. I fought them off. But...
Yeah, sure, man, sure.
And that's why you favor Tony Uncle Al.
You know, 17 years, I did so good. He lost his wife.
No.
His daughter.
And he's about to go back in the fucking jail if you don't help him here.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That would require emotional maturity.
Go on with what you were saying.
Are you having an attack now?
No. I had a huge lunch, that's all. It's
huge.
What is it, Anthony?
I gotta kill him! No.
The night he got pinched, I had a fucking panic attack, all right? From my mother, goddammit. I didn't even know what it was then.
All right, just...
I didn't even know those existed back then.
I had a fight with my mother and I had a fucking panic attack.
Okay, forget that for now.
This might be the best therapy scene in a while.
Kamala was supposed to come over with some fucking yarn for some booties my mother was making meadow. She was late. Oh, what the fuck? Why go into it?
It's important. Keep going.
I said to her, Kamala loves you. You know, you gotta understand, she's got a 3-month-old. And she kept going, and I started screaming.
I can hear her talking in my ear.
I walked out the door, went over to the car, opened the door, boom. Cut my fucking head open.
And your cousin doesn't know this.
No, I lied.
Of course I lied.
I had a fight with my mother, and I fainted. That's why I missed the job.
That's a lot to get off your chest.
You better keep talking, Melfi, before he walks out.
I was smart, and that's why I bumped him up and protect him.
Just digging him deeper in the hole.
Turns out I'm just a fucking robot to my own pussy-ass weakness. You know, sometimes what happens in here is like taking a shit.
Yes, okay.
Got it all out.
Although I preferred to think of it more like childbirth.
Trust me. It's like taking a shit.
I'm engaged. What? Finn proposed. We're getting married.
Are you sure?
Yay.
I mean, that's wonderful, honey. I'm just so surprised. He's gonna finish dental school, though, right?
We're both finishing school. We're not getting married till we have our degrees.
This is so exciting.
I can't wait for you to meet his parents.
Well, we'll have to have a party.
It's not gonna end good.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. Well, goddamn, that episode was also really, really good. Easily, again, one of my favorite episodes of the season. Wow, I really liked that one. Again, I keep thinking back to In Camelot. You know, I don't want to... The next 18 discussions I have, I'm just going to be talking about In Camelot. I think the reason I didn't immediately love is because, again, as you saw with how confused I was, I didn't immediately clock the connection of all three storylines. So I feel like a part of me, when I feel like I have a good grasp of what's going on, makes me love it even more. Maybe I think I said it after I watched episode 7 that I think that on my rewatch I would like it even more. But again, this episode really stuck out for me. It really did. The Carmela and obviously the Finn's, that's his name? Is that his name? Yeah, Finn. Sorry. When it comes to Meadow's boyfriends, I don't put that much stock in remembering them because either they're fucking dying or they're breaking up. There's no question about that. And then the Blundetto stuff, which I'll get into. Obviously, I think, quite honestly, and it is surprising. Not as in like if you told me before the episode started, like what my favorite part of the episode would be, I'd be like, really? But the Finn stuff, I thought was my. I really, really love that stuff. I was trying to talk about it in the middle of the episode, but they kept hitting me with banger, banger, banger scenes in a row, so I couldn't. I wanted to just save it till the discussion. Before I get into it connects with the Finn stuff, but with Meadow, you know, I want to repeat, like, I really like Meadow, but again, she almost feels like a mini version of Carmela in the sense of I feel like she's in the right most of the time. But then she'll just be hypocritical, or she'll just, you know what I mean? She'll just act a weird way, and it'll make me go, oh, come on. I was with you, and then you ruined it. And it's also, again, it is from an unfair perspective, because, again, I want to repeat, I really like Meadow. I think that, for the most part, she's a good representative of her generation, if that makes any sense. Like, she's someone whom just I don't even know how to describe it. In terms of her, like, her career and her mindset and her, you know, that part of her, I really respect that part, and you know, like I'm supposed to, I see big things in her in that aspect. But then again, she'll do some petty or some hypocritical shit that'll make me go, eh. But again, for the most part, I really like her. So, with all the shit that's surrounding her, with all the shit that and the family she's in and the people she knows, and you know what I mean, the things that she's been normalized, is that the word? That's the wrong word. I can't remember the word. She's been normalized to all this stuff. She doesn't understand how. Well, it's funny getting to, I say she's very liberal in the sense of she's able to call that stuff out very easily when she's looking at it from an outside perspective. But for some of the stuff, and I would argue for most of the stuff, when it comes to her surroundings and it comes to her privileges, I think that she has a hard time really pointing those out or going against the grain, if that makes any sense. So, like, in the sense of Meadow and like the Tony Money situation and stuff like that, she's called that out. She has called that out. She said, you know, I won't take anything, or I won't do this or that. So she understands the privilege, but she still does nothing to really rip away from it. Because if you were genuinely really feeling progressive, you wouldn't take that. You know what I mean? You look down on your father for some of the stuff, but you still, you know, you get your boyfriend a job that, like, no hesitation, no. And then you look at him like, what do you fuck, deal with it? Be a man, deal with it, man up. Come on, I got you a job. I pulled a lot of weight. I'm gonna get yelled at if you quit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But again, as much as I love Meadow, when you look at this from an outside perspective, like, looking at Finn, he's a fuck, like, you know, he looks like he's a fucking victim. He's about to be, this man, Vito, is about to do things to this man. He is going to, first of all, he's going to have relations. Then he's going to eat a couple body parts off him. Because let me tell you what, you don't get that size without eating a couple body parts off your victims. And then he will kill it. I'm obviously joking. But to be quite honest, I am a little interested in that. Because in no circumstances would Vito kill him. You know what I mean? He's not the smartest fucking person. Vito is not the smartest person, but I feel like that connection, especially an engagement towards a direct family member of Tony, he wouldn't do anything. I feel like he would just sort of suck up to him, pun intended, for eternity. But dude, what are you fucking stupid, dude? Look, if I'm in a secret parking lot early in the morning where my boys, my buddies are coming to hang out, and I'm glorping on a man, I'm not sitting up. I'm not. Oh, who's here? Who is that? No, I'm sitting back down. But anyway, getting back to Finn. Is it Finn? Is that his name? Why did they said his name 23? Do I have to go back and fucking catch his name? I might have to go back and catch his name. Nah, I think it's Finn. I don't know. I think it's Finn. But anyway, like again, looking at it from an outside perspective, I don't want him to be in that scenario. I don't want anyone to be in this scenario. We have fucking people. We have petty warfare. We have people killing each other left and right. I don't like. That's another thing too. You talk about like rules of the family or respect or anything like that. I wouldn't want to like. I'm afraid that at any moment that someone would fucking kill Meadow or someone would kill AJ. Like that's like Tony being in the life already is endangering his children. You know what I mean? He's a fucking hypocrite. You're talking about, oh, I want to protect my family. I care for my family. You're putting them in danger. No matter what anyone says, oh, well, no, there's a code. There's a family. Fuck that shit. As we've seen many, many times in the show. Okay? Whatever thin veil of ethics or codes they have, the minute they get fucking slightly spited or slightly disrespected, we're fucking beating people up. We're killing people. We're putting out hits. Like, they're in danger. And again, if Meadow's in danger, this motherfucker Finn would be in danger. So, like, I want him to get out. Again, I don't like seeing Meadow be sad or upset or cry or anything like that. Because, again, I repeat, I really like Meadow. Out of all of the characters in the show, and again, I want to repeat, I think that there's no... all good shows are like this, but there's no white characters, there's no black characters, they're all a shade of gray. And now, obviously, there's a big difference in, you know, these fucking mobsters shooting people, and then Carmela or Meadow being a little bit of a hypocrite. It's different. It's different. They are hugely different shades of gray. Don't misunderstand me. But there's still a slight shade of gray in there. But at the same time, again, out of all of the characters in the show, she's probably one of the ones that I just purely care about. Unlike AJ, who's been on my bad side the last couple episodes, or this whole season, to be quite fucking frank. But again, it's the same thing. Like, AJ's a child. He is a son of a bitch. But I don't want to see him die, if that makes any sense. So again, it's just going. Everything fucking goes back into Tony's hypocriticalness. It really does. But anyway, I really liked the Meadow and Finn. Again, the arguments I've mentioned many times, and it feels like this is not something special. Again, I'll repeat. You guys heard what I said in season 1. I love arguments. I love when two people have a realistic argument that's kind of uncomfortable and it's sad and it's you're getting hyped, but you're also like, no, stop, don't fight, don't argue. They're saying stuff that they shouldn't say. They're saying stuff that they should say. There's you know what I mean? Saying everything. The reason that those are my favorite parts of fiction is because I feel like everything comes to a head quality-wise. I feel like the writing and the dialogue and the acting, everything peaks when two characters are genuinely getting into a good old-fashioned argument. And as I said multiple times, and I believe one of my favorite scenes of the entire show, season 4, episode 2, Siegler, when she's in an argument, fantastic. Like, she upgrades her already amazing acting into even better acting territory. So that's I talked about it last episode when I was talking about Junior. This show kind of feels like torture porn, or you know what I mean? Like, I want to see people upset, and I want to see people but I don't want to see it because I'm uncomfortable, kind of. But I also want to see people angry and upset, and I want to see their lives ruined. And I said it this episode, and again, I repeat it because Jesus, I feel like I'm talking really fast this discussion. I said it in the episode, and again, I mentioned it, and I stopped myself, so I'll give the full idea. I love Paulie. He's so entertaining on screen. That being said, out of all of the major characters in the show, I on a personal level, as in like in a me caring about the character living or dying or being happy or whatever, I care about him the least, if you understand what I mean. So like the care, fucking don't care about him. The entertainment aspect, oh, I love when I got some Paulie on my screen. That being said, I can't wait to see it because he better die. I don't know. I don't know if I should say that. Like, again, like I'm talking like the last episode of the show. I want Paulie to get got, but I want to see him get got. I want to see that smug fucking that face, that fucking angry Muppet face. I want to see that face get a fucking gun right in his head, and I want him to. I want to see in his eyes that he understands that he's about to fucking die, and I can't wait for that. I hope I get that moment. I hope you guys know what I mean. This motherfucker hates Paulie. What's he talking about? No, I love him, but he's done so much horrendous shit. He is so. I describe a lot of characters in the shows I'm watching as very sandpapery, in the sense of they rub you the wrong way. They just immediate scratches anytime you get near him. He's like, I don't know. He's a fucking cactus. The minute someone says anything near him, he just immediately turns into angry Muppet mode. His fucking big ass eyebrows pop up. What are you talking about? Whoa. So I mean, he's fucking killed innocent. He's killed elderly women. I'll remove the innocent. But like, dude, I don't know. I do not know. I liked the one Chris scene. We got this episode as well. It felt very, again, The Sopranos doesn't normally do that. They're really, and again, I don't have any problem. I don't have any preference. But Sopranos is typically more of like you're either getting all of them or you're getting none of them. So you're either getting like a Chris 30-minute episode, or you're getting none. You're getting nothing from him. So I like seeing that. It's sort of that scene right there. It's like a placeholder, if that makes sense. Like we'll get more into the Chris side of the Blundetto Tony situation. But right now we're letting his anger simmer and fester in the background. Although, now I gotta start thinking now, because we're getting down to the end of the season, and again, I want to repeat, I am so surprised at the fact that Adriana is still walking this fucking earth right now. I thought that she would have been in the ground 10 episodes ago. So she's a dead woman walking. She, like, at any episode, the next episode that gets focused on Adriana, I expect her to be dead by the end of the episode. That's how like overdue she is for death. And not again, I want to repeat, not as in like I'm rooting for it, as in it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. I wonder if the events that I saw in this episode is the precursor, is the first sort of step towards that, in which we're gonna have some fucking 5D chess where Tony follows the fucking, or Chris follows the footprints, crumbs, I don't know, all the way back to Adriana, whom I would assume is going to snitch on Blundetto and try to put him in jail or something like that, or get him out of the picture so Chris could get some shit back. I don't know. I don't know. I talked a lot about Finn because I have a lot of stuff to talk about Carmela and Tony and the other Tony. So I'll move to Carmela, whom I really want to get to these other two Tonys. So I'll talk about Carmela real quick. And the parallel that I saw in all three of the storylines is I just saw people stuck. People are stuck. They are stuck in a rock and a hard place. Carmela is stuck in her marriage and stuck in her shitty life. She's in quicksand. There's no way to get out. Now again, I want to repeat. I say that there's no way to get out. There is a way to get out. The way to get out would be very harmful to her and her life, and it would make her have to completely start over from scratch. You know what I mean? She would. But it's Carmela. She's not going to do that. And I don't want anyone to misunderstand. it's a hard discussion there. That's a hard. I don't necessarily want Carmela to have to start brand new and just leave cold turkey, drop everything, and get fucked over in a divorce or whatever. But that would be the only way that it would happen. I feel like, not that she hasn't tried, because she did contact some lawyers and put her foot in there. She dragged her feet for a while, but she tried. But she's not going to keep trying. Again, I want to repeat. If she kept trying, she could do it. She would get fucked over, but she would do it. But I feel like that last scene is a sort of understanding of, I'm fucked here, and it's only a matter of time till I go back to him, or have to go back to him. And again, I don't know how to describe it, because again, I love Carmela. She's a hypocrite. That's why I love her. And again, if she really, really wanted to leave, she could. There's no doubt about that. If she wanted to fucking leave, she could. But she doesn't want to. And this whole episode was a very tough sort of thing. It really, talk about stuck. I felt stuck. I felt like there was a rock and a hard place against me, rubbing up on me, like for the entire, I feel like I had veto. No, I'm sorry. Fucking veto, dude. Hey, man. He loves him some sausages. I felt very conflicted this episode, because I saw, and again, it's one of the strengths of The Sopranos in the sense of the human characters and everyone being so well written. I'm rooting for everyone, or if I'm not rooting for everyone, I'm not rooting against everyone. Like I don't know. Again, I was just talking about Meadow, who's the most innocent character in the show, and yet at times I feel like I can't root for her, but at times I really want to root for her. So it's tough. Again, like the Carmela stuff. Like I feel like, and I'm not saying that Carmela and Meadow are perfect, but I would argue that if they're, say they're 50% good, 50% bad. I feel like not 50. I feel like a good percentage of that bad is situational. In the sense of they've been put into or brought up into a situation in which it's all they know and it's all they're comfortable with and it's all that they are able to maneuver in. So it's almost ingrained into their mindset that if they don't have that, they have nothing. So with the Carmela stuff, again, I repeat, that's a fact. I feel like she can leave, but she would have nothing, especially in her mindset. So, would it even be worth it to leave Tony? That's what I feel like what's going through her mind. With Meadow, there's always I can get my family, I can do this, I can lean on them, I get money from them all the time. There's all that, and there's like, obviously, I feel like she had a fucking, not a midlife crisis, a normal early 20s-year-old crisis where you don't know what your life's. I will say, dude, a little disappointed with Meadow bending her plans in her future for a guy. You don't do that when you're that young and you're especially that talented and have as brave a future as Meadow. You don't fucking, oh, I'll wait a year to do this, or oh, I'll transfer schools to this, or I'll take different classes. No, you do what's best for you. You worry about that your fucking guy second. But like I say that, but she's been raised in a toxic situation. She is raised in a toxic situation. So I really do understand. I don't want people to misunderstand me. I don't think that Meadow is like clingy or like dependent on others. But I think you can very obviously tell that she is always in a desperate search to find someone who she can spend her life with, so that she can escape. But again, I feel like she has that mindset and then also double dips. I feel that's what this show should be called, double dip. Every character just fucking double dips. They have good, they do something good, or they want to go something good, and then they dip from the bad pile. That's what they do. But anyway, going back to Carmela here. I just really do get that it's a matter of time before we're back with Tony. Either that or maybe not even that. Maybe we're gonna be in this situation. Maybe we're gonna be in the season 5 situation for a perpetual amount of time, in the sense of it can never be what it once was. But I'm so scared to completely cut you off that maybe it'll be a situation like that. Because again, I want to repeat, Tony is a fucking piece of shit and he's an abuser. So even though I call out Carmela and some of her bullshit, or I call out Meadow and some of her bullshit, or I have been really pissed with AJ this season, and I've really called him out on his bullshit, it all stems from Tony, whom is passing it down from his abusive mother and father. So it's a never-ending fucking cycle, and especially raising AJ to be someone who would abuse people. It really is a never-ending cycle, and it's a Ouroboros. It goes back into it. It's a never-ending circle, but it's a perpetual state. It's you're stuck in a never-ending loop. That's what it feels like. And again, this isn't like good or bad. Isn't like a different shows have different thematical points or stuff like that. So this isn't a show about breaking the cycle. This is a show about we're stuck. This whole show is we are stuck. And I repeat, I'm really trying to think of an end to this show. And I have to talk about Jesus Christ. I have to talk about two Tonys. I have to talk about season 5, episode 1. I have to talk about them at the end, and I will. But real quick, I just want to talk about the end of this show. And I'm going to bring back, for those of you who watch my season 1 conversations with Dace, I brought up this show a lot. I brought up Sons of Anarchy a lot, and I'm going to go into quick, again, no spoilers for Sons of Anarchy or anything like that, but something I immediately noticed after, I watched Sons of Anarchy before Sopranos. I immediately noticed that it felt like Sons of Anarchy was a C-tier ripoff of Sopranos. It wasn't a bad show. In fact, season 4 and 5 of Sons of Anarchy, I really loved it. The show has some great moments in it. But it really felt like they were like, Sopranos was so good, let's just do the same thing but with a biker gang instead of the mafia. That's what it felt like. It felt like a lot of the shared similar scenes, similar storylines, similar thematic beats. It really felt like that. So a part of me almost wants to kind of use just my layout of how Sons of Anarchy went to connect it with The Sopranos. I don't know if that's the right choice. I don't know. But I'm just thinking about Tony here. And again, I repeat, I've said it since the beginning. Me and Dace had this shared opinion. When you think of a show, you think about the main character. What's going to happen to the main character at the end? Is it going to be the same exact scenario, or are they going to end on a high note? Or are they going to end on a sad note? Or are they going to die? Or are they going to be in jail? What's the end for Tony? And I had always felt that Tony would be a character who would die at the end. The question is, and talk about just so I mentioned in the episode, like this episode or this show is like a never-ending like fucking just state of despair and depression, and just paranoia that something bad's gonna happen. I know something. I know not paranoia. I know that something bad is going to happen. So it's like dread. That's the word. That's the word I'm looking for. This show is dreadful to watch because I feel it coming. A gut punch. My question though is the gut punch going to fuck over everyone in the show? Like, is there going to be winners or losers? Because obviously, it's a mafia show. Someone's going to have to end up at the top of the mafia. You know what I mean? And I feel like, again, what? We got Tony, we got Sack, Chris. Feels like our main players here. You know what I mean? I don't feel like... Well, they're 100%. There's going to be more mafia people added in season 6, or maybe even in the rest of the season. But there's going to be more mafia players. There's no doubt about that. But again, at the end of the show, someone has to end up on top. So if Tony dies, there's, you know what I mean. There's got to be someone who's angling for a position of power. I would think. Just again, the cycle of the show, it always feels like, you know what I mean. Someone wrongs Tony. And Tony kills him, or, you know, someone wrongs Sack and Sack kills him. So I feel like Tony would wrong someone and then he would get got. Just to sort of continue that fucking never-ending cycle. Because again, this isn't let's talk about code or morals or ethics or whatever. It's fucking gangs. It's gangs killing each other and just justifying whatever they do. So Tony doesn't have any safety, in my opinion. The minute he fucks over someone that he shouldn't have fucked with, he's done for. But would that affect his family? Like, would he sacrifice himself to save his family? Would he sacrifice himself to make sure that Meadow lives a good life, or AJ lives a good life, or you know, like, or is it just gonna be him being gunned down on the fucking, you know what I mean, side of the road? Just, oh, that's that. So it's interesting. It's very interesting to think about. Again, someone like Junior too. I feel like Junior's gonna die. Junior, his whole storyline for like 2 fucking seasons, I feel like, has been about loneliness and despair and death and destruction and everything around him. So I don't see him ending up on a good note. I don't know. Yo, hold up. I want to end the show with Bobby up top. No, I'm joking. Let me get back into the episode specifically. I feel like, again, I said it the last couple episodes, but like I'm really winding down like the amount of episodes of Sopranos. I've got 25 now. I feel like I need to sprinkle in some of my predictions for the end of the show, like every episode, because we're getting there. And before too obvious, like, again, I have some good predictions. I feel like I just made some good predictions. But at the same time, The Sopranos isn't not saying they don't have plot twists or anything like that, but Sopranos is a show where, like, thematically you kind of see stuff like a couple episodes before it happens. So, or at least they hint at something and then continue it later. So I want to try to get some stuff correct before we get like 2 episodes before the finale and it's like obvious, like, oh, that's gonna do that. Oh, it's another thing I'm talking about. I could see a world in which Chris kablammies Tony. You know what I mean? Talk about family and cousins and shit like that. Again, this is fake. It's fake love. It's fake care. They don't care about each other or love each other or have any ethics or respect or morals or anything like that. Chris has already been a character who's fucking blackened at heart and doesn't have a future outside of this mafia shit. He's in for life. You know what I mean? He keeps getting fucking pushed over and this and that. I could see him doing something. I could see Paulie doing some shit. I don't know. Let me get back into the episode. And finally, you know, the Blundetto stuff. Same thing. You know, same as you know, Finn is stuck, and Meadow's stuck, and Carmela's stuck. Blundetto, he's stuck. He, again, talk about the rehabilitation with Meadow last episode. He has no future. Everything was taken from him. I'm not like he was going on a good path, okay? Because he wasn't. But it's there's almost I get a sense of jealousy maybe towards Tony, because well, Tony obviously would believe that there's jealousy. And I would have to think that's in Blundetto too, and seeing the family. And you know, we saw it last episode. We saw the jealousy with Meadows sitting on the lap and having fun with his daughter. Tony and Meadow having a good time. He is jealous, again, whether or not it's like a subconscious thing or like a knowingly, like, fuck you Tony, I don't know, but he feels like his life's been ripped away from him. It has. And I don't want to call him weak or anything like that, but like, again, like a Carmela, like, you know what I mean, like Finn, I would even argue they're willingly getting into their situation. You know what I mean? Finn, he knows what he's getting into. He's seen it full force, and he's actively stepping into it. Because, you know, what else is he going to do? He's getting into it. Carmela, she could leave. Yeah, it's going to be hard with the divorce. She's going to get fucked over. But she could leave if she wanted to. But she's not going to. Blundetto had the opportunity to leave. He can do this, he can do that, but no, he's gonna stay there. Again, I don't want to call these characters weak, because I think that weak is the very wrong word to use. But they're not strong enough, if that makes sense, to keep pushing on. And he's stuck. And again, it's going to be his downfall. And whether or not that Adriana phone call is going to immediately fuck him over, or it's, you know, going to be something else that he fucks up or gets involved with, I don't know. It's another thing too. I just got to think about this whole Sack and Carmine shit. And this the petty warfare with Phil's obviously got to go somewhere too. I don't know if Phil's just a like a minor petty rivalry to have, or he's going to end up even bigger role later on. I don't know, but that's in play. And you also just got to think about, you know, Carmine and fucking Sack and shit. And, you know, if I'm in Tony's perspective, or, you know, just anything, two fucking pieces of shit going to war, I'll get them both. I'll get them both and then instill someone in that territory that I can completely trust and it would be very loyal to me. So, and again, it's also one of those things, we're really counting down to the finale here of the entire show. So I feel like I want to make predictions. Okay? Imagine a world where he pops both Little Carmine and Sack, or they both pop themselves, and Tony is an influential member of propping up the next person for New York. I could see him doing that, propping someone up in New York, and then that person immediately turning on him and fucking him over. So, again, I really think that he's just gonna... This is a show, again, dude, I'm already imagining, like, the final episode. I've talked about how iconic the ending of these episodes are. I would not be surprised at all. I forget what no, I think it's the season 2 finale of The Wire. It's either the season 2 finale of The Wire or the penultimate episode of the second season. I forget. It's been a while since I watched season 2 of The Wire. But I'm not. There's a scene of a character slowly walking, and you expect something bad to happen to him, and nothing bad happens. That's all that I'll say. I sort of expect the exact opposite with Tony. You know what I mean? I just expect him to, like, win. Have a, you know what I mean? Have a, I don't know, get back with Carmela or something like that. Fucking, kill his rival or something like that. And then just walk down the street, this, that, sitting in his car, pop, 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 he's dead, end of show. Like, that's the fucking gut punch that I expect out of this. Because, again, it would also be, in the best way possible, it would be almost anticlimactic. And as I've said multiple times in the series, that's like, when anticlimax is done correctly, there's nothing better. Like, because you see so much climax in life. You're like me, you know what I mean, every night. When you watch a normal show of this quality, you just expect climax and climax and climax. But no, like, shit just happens in this shit. People just, he's fucking dead now. Okay. Moving on to the next scene. Moving on to the fallout. So, I could definitely see the show ending somewhat like that, but and then the final thing I'll talk about real quick. I feel like I've been talking about for like 20 fucking minutes now. That scene, well, any scene of Tony in therapy is grade A fucking scene, but that one was one of the best ones of the entire show, I feel. To my knowledge, to my remembrance, and obviously I've watched a lot of episodes of The Sopranos. It's taken me longer than I would have liked it to get through this, but. So I'm not going to remember every single little scene, but I think that was by far the most, like, shaken he's been in an actual therapy scene. Like, he really got to him. So, I don't want to say I liked it, because it's hard to see. I mean, he's not a good person, but it's hard to see someone struggle like that, but at the same time, entertainment-wise, I fucking loved it. I really did like it. I really did. It's another thing, it's talking about, like, again, I feel like there's a lot of parallel. Same with Carmela, and same with Finn, and same with Blundetto, and same with Meadow. Like, I don't want to call them weak-willed, and you could describe them as, but I think that's the wrong word. And even saying something is they're not strong enough to do something, it is the wrong word. But Tony has all these regrets, or these this, these that, the way he feels about Blundetto, and instead of, like, pushing him down the right path, instead of helping him, obtain, you know what I mean? Instead of helping him get, you know what I mean, like a happy life and in a good business or, anything like that, it just feels like you've, and again, I'm not saying, he tried to do that in the beginning of the season. He did sort of give into it a little bit, but it feels like he just immediately went, let me just bring him back in. This will be easy for him or whatever. It feels like, no, it's exactly what it is. This is the equivalent of seeing your friend get clean and, you know what I mean, it's the equivalent of seeing your friend try to stay clean, drinking in front of him, and then when he finally gives in, you hand him a bottle. That's what I get the feeling that this has been. You know what I mean? So, like, you can argue, well, in the first place, yeah, I drank around him, but I didn't give him anything to begin with. It was his choice. It was his choice to get back into drinking. No, you didn't do anything to actively help him. So, I don't know. Again, Blundetto is a grown-ass adult, so I'm not saying, oh, it's all from Tony. That's what these fucking babies sound like all the time when you watch the Sopranos episodes. Oh, it was my mom. Oh, it was this, it was that. No, you can't blame everything on everyone. But, I don't know. I don't know. These motherfuckers were all raised in this. It's all that they know. There's no escape for them. And it really sucks. And again, that's why it's even more heartbreaking with someone like Finn. I don't want him to get in. I see him dipping his foot in. No, just get out. Just fucking get out. And again, 100% guarantee, she's not going to end up with Finn. You know, I expect him to either, you know, run into another situation like this, maybe like, the Revenge of the Veto. I've come for your pickle. I expect him to pop up and maybe scare him again, and maybe he actually dips out of town where he's not pressured. Because again, we're talking bouncing back to Meadow for a second. I'm not calling her a bad person or anything like that, but she felt very manipulative this episode, and maybe not manipulative as in like evilness towards someone else, but more of someone who doesn't know what's going on with their life and doesn't want to change and is just manipulating someone to be with them. You know what I mean? I'm not good with relationships. So maybe I'm not the best at describing that. Again, I'm not calling her evil. I'm just saying it felt slightly manipulative. But it sucks seeing someone get dragged into this. And again, he's either going to get killed in some fucking random ass mafia hit, or he's going to have another run-in with Vito and just leave and actually get scared and dip. So I do not know. I feel like I talked for way too long. I'll give you guys an award if you're still listening to me right now. But I appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you guys next week for episode 10, season 5. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full interactions up on Patreon. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, if you check the YouTube comments, it'll say the exact episode that I'm currently on over there. If you're interested, go check it out. And if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. Again, it really helps me out. You guys have a good one.